Welcome to the Sports Throwdown with football v
Soccer.
First up,
Football.
okay, you have offense and defense.
First, now we're going to take a look at the offense. Now, this little formation, that's what they're called, formations. We have formations in football. This particular formation is called the I formation. It's called the I. I know it doesn't look like the I because there's a yard line. It makes it look like an I. Foreigners, don't get off my back. Get off my back. I know. So, where it says WR on the outside, that means wide receiver. Their main focus is to catch the ball from the quarterback, which is labeled QB. QB job is to pass the ball or hand the ball off to the FB fullback or HB halfback. Okay? I know, foreigners, this is a lot for you to understand, but that's his firm focus.
Okay, the HB or halfback runs the ball or goes out on a route. That's what they call it when they run across the field in a certain particular pattern. And his job is to either run the ball or catch the ball or block. The fullback either runs the ball, catches the ball, or block as well, but mainly they block. They don't really run or catch. Okay, I know it's a lot. Sue me, okay? I can't help it. Not responsible for this game. I did not make it up. But anyway,
now moving on to, at the top of your screen, LT, LG, not the Korean company, C, RG, RT, and TE. All those are known as the offensive line. They form a line. So, the LT is left tackle, RT is R tackle, right tackle. RT, right tackle, LT, left tackle. Simple enough. Their job is to block the defenders from hitting the quarterback.
or whoever has the ball. Could be the halfback, could be the fullback. Whatever. They're there is to block and make sure the ball carrier, the guy who has the ball, doesn't get hit. Simple. Next we have RG and LG, and they are left guard, right guard. They're smaller than the tackles. That's the main difference. They're not as bulky, not as fat. In some cases not as tall. And they block as well. Then you got the center with C. He has a special purpose. Okay, it's called hiking the ball. He gives it to the quarterback. Okay, he takes it.
Also called a snap.
Yeah, it's a snap. That's a snap is when you take it from the ground where he's holding it, and it goes into the quarterback's hands, or some trickery, the halfback's hands. But that's too complicated. But we'll just say it goes from his hand to the quarterback, from C to QB. That's how the play starts. It cannot start without that action.
So that's it now for the offensive portion of football. Now on to defense. Okay, defense, you have this particular formation is called the 3-4 defensive formation, and what it is, DE is defensive end, is basically get through the offensive line like we discussed earlier and tackle the ball carrier, whether it be the quarterback, the fullback, the running back, what have you.
Running back RB is also the halfback HB. They're interchangeable, but the diagram we are using used HB. But if you hear us say RB, it's the same thing.
And then you have this thing called NT, is nose tackle, or they can be called DT when there's two of them, defensive tackle. We're just going to call them defensive tackle for this particular for this particular point. So their job is to also hit the ball carrier, QB, fullback, or halfback, whoever carries the ball. Their job is not to go after the wide receivers. And then you have the middle linebacker, is just a middle linebacker. If there's two of them, there's two ends, which are on here. They're called the Mike and the Sam linebackers. Mike is on the right, Sam's on the left.
On this particular one, their ILBs, inside linebackers, are also called MLB's not Major League Baseball, but middle linebackers. It depends. A lot of interchangeable. It's confusing. I know. We're trying to stick to the diagram to help y'all out who don't know how to play. And then you got outside linebackers, OLB. That's interchangeable with nothing. That's what they are. They either can go and help cover the wide receivers, or they can blitz, or they can go with staying home. They stand there so the quarterback can't run past the defensive linemen, such as the defensive end or the defensive tackle. And there's a lot of stuff they can do. So we're just gonna leave it at that.
Okay, so like my brother said, they can either blitz, which they run through to tackle the ball carrier, the quarterback, the halfback, fullback, or quarterback, all the backs, we'll just call them the backs, or they can cover the wide receivers. Next, you have the cornerbacks. Their job, they can either blitz, the sack, the backs on the offensive side, or, well, they usually don't do that, but they can. Their primary focus is to cover the wide receivers. That's their primary responsibility, is to cover the wide receivers and prevent them from catching the ball. And next, you have all the way in the back here is the strong safety and free safeties. They're the safeties. Their primary job is to cover if the halfback or fullback goes out for a run, or the tight end goes out for if the halfback or fullback goes out for a pass and the tight end goes out for a pass, they're there to cover them as well. They can also blitz, which means go straight through to get the offensive backs.
And then you have the free safety, which he pretty much covers anyone who is basically running past either a linebacker or a cornerback. If they get past him and he's wide open, it's their job to cover them before they get wide open, that no one's around them, okay? So it's kind of like in soccer, where you kick a ball and there's no one around the person with the ball. Yeah, well, this free safety makes sure that doesn't happen entirely.
And free safety is better hands. Their primary is to catch the ball and to intercept it. The strong safety is your tackling safety. And if there's only one safety present, it's just the free safety. He usually has a hybrid role. It's usually the hardest hitting free safety. So that's it for offense and defense.
Now here's the end product of a formation of offense and defense, and they're all labeled, all nice and neat. So you can take a look at that, and then maybe you can go back and it'll all make better sense.
So that's it for football. Now on to soccer. Alright, here's a diagram for soccer.
Okay, you got the goalkeeper. They stand in the goal. They block the ball from going into the goal, or try anyway. Then you got the 4 defenders. They stop the ball from going into the goal as well.
They stop the attackers on the other side from scoring, obviously.
And you got 3 midfielders,
which is they play offense and defense. That's their primary. They're hybrid.
So they go and either stop the ball from going in or stealing it and try to score. And then you have 3 attackers.
Their job is to score. Pretty much it. Go down the field and score.
That's all that there is to say.
There's 11 players on the field. And like we said, the goalie stops for you Americans, it's so simple of a game. For us Americans to understand. Ready? Goalie. Stop the ball from going in the net. 4 defenders. Stop the attackers, which are the offensive people.
Then you got midfielders. They're a hybrid. They either stop or score. So, kind of like lacrosse, if you're familiar with that. And you got 3 attackers, which just kick ball into net.
Simple enough. That's it.
And we'll go on to scoring in football a little bit later, because it's a lot, not more complicated, but the way you do it and the positions just makes it more complicated.
So that's pretty much it for that. There's only starting formations where you have defenders and attackers arranged and midfielders arranged in certain areas, and how many you want to put on the field. You can have an extra midfielder, you can have an extra attacker, but that's very much it for formations, and they really don't last that long. They really pretty much last at the kick of the game, the start of the game, and that's it. Course of the game, they're every which way.
And I'm going to say that the position or the formations, I guess, or you could say they're fluid. As in football, they're mostly static. They have different ones, but it's kind of fluid in a static system, you could say. But soccer system seems to just be completely fluid, ever changing.
Yeah, they pretty much throw it out the window after the first kick. Pretty much, the defenders usually stay the same, but the midfielders and attackers tend to be every which way. So that's it. Hope you enjoyed this sports throwdown between football v soccer. See you next time.